Hey CY, my name is Charity. I am Aaron's little sister and his favorite little sister. Hi Summer, just kidding. And I know that tonight we're talking about anxiety, and the series is called, I believe, What Are You Afraid Of? So Aaron asked me to kind of share my story and what I've gone through. I would be there tonight with you guys, but I actually live in Bentonville, Arkansas. So it's okay, we can do it over a video. So I just wanted to share my story and share how I got through anxiety. So for me, it started, I think I was in sophomore year of high school. I heart started racing randomly in class one day. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what anxiety was. Me and my mom, we had no idea. So I got tested for heart problems, and I couldn't breathe, and so we didn't know what was happening. So long story short, all of those things happening in my life, I didn't know what was going on. So finally the doctor was like, I think you have anxiety. And so I was like, okay, don't really understand what that is, don't know what that's all about. As soon as that diagnosis hit me, everything went downhill. I felt stupid, I felt dumb all the time, I felt anxious every day, all the time. It never stopped. It was just the craziest thing. My heart constantly beating. I had social anxiety, so it was really hard for me to talk to people and to be around people for a certain amount of time or even at all. And so being in high school, that was extremely hard. I would skip class all the time because I was so scared that a teacher would call me out and pick me to answer a question and I wouldn't know, and then I'd be embarrassed. So it just completely took over my life. Anxiety was ruled over everything. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I eventually got depressed and sad and just soaking and sitting in anxiety and depression and letting that take over my life. I felt like I was in just a deep dark pit and hole in that I couldn't get out. I felt like there was no hope. I felt like this was just how my life was going to be. I got diagnosed with it, so I just have to get over it and live with it. That's what I felt, and that's what I thought at the time. But good news, you can get out of it. And I want to share with you guys some things that really helped me to overcome anxiety and some main points and takeaways that I want you guys to know that helped me. So first, you have authority over the enemy. What does that mean? You have power in the name of Jesus. It says in Luke 10:19, I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. So it says in the word that we have power. We can say to the devil, no, you have to leave. Anxiety, no, you can't take control over me. We can speak to our situation and change it because we have the power. The devil has no power over us, and we have to remember that, and we have to know that. So that's extremely important. I had to realize that anxiety was a spirit and not a condition. So yes, anxiety is real. They say the chemicals in your brain, blah, 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 whatever, those things are real. You are feeling what you're feeling. You're not crazy. It's real. But anxiety is a spirit, and it says it in the Bible. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, God has not given us a spirit of fear or anxiety, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And that is my favorite verse. But like I said, anxiety is a spirit, and I had to finally realize that. And so knowing that, okay, it's a spirit, we have authority over those things. That means, oh, okay, the doctor's telling me that I have anxiety, but I don't have to have anxiety. I don't have to let it take over my life. Yes, the feelings are real, but I can say, no, this is not happening. You're not going to take over. It's for some reason a touchy subject to talk on. Spirits are real. The devil is real. Hell is real. Demons are real. The spiritual realm, it is real. And I know that's not what we're talking about today, and feel free to ask one of your leaders about, to get more in depth of those things, but guys, it's real. That stuff, the devil's real, and he's out to get you. He's out to take your life, and it's real. But like I keep saying, we have authority. We have power. God's bigger. God's better. And, we just have to be confident in that, and we have to know how to fight and know how to be confident in our power. The next thing is fight for yourself. So that's a huge thing for me also that I had to learn, was to fight for myself. It's so easy to let yourself just sit and soak in depression and soak in anxiety and just listen to sad music and stay in your bed and don't talk to anyone. It's so easy to do that. That's the easiest thing that you could do. But no, who wants to live like that? We have to fight. It says in the word, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. We have to fight with prayer, with building our relationship with God, with speaking over ourselves. We have to be aware of, what's going on and what the truth is. We have to be bold and confident with our prayers and with everything that we do, and trusting in God. We have to fight. Don't let it take over you. Don't let it control you, because you have the power to overcome it. God has the power to overcome it through you. The next thing is pray. Make your relationship with God everything, and that ties into fighting for yourself. Prayer is so important. That is an extreme weapon that you can use against anxiety. When you feel it coming, when you feel like you're in the midst of it, when you feel like you're deep in anxiety and everything's spinning and you don't know what to do, pray. Start praying. And I know it's easier said than done. I know it's hard in those moments to stop and actually pray, but I promise you, when you do it, anxiety fades and it goes away. But with prayer and with building a relationship with God, the key to that is consistency. Sometimes, I prayed that anxiety would go away, and it didn't like that for me. It took years, honestly, for me to understand, who I am and how to get rid of it and how to trust God and how to not let it take over my life. I had to fight for myself, and I had to be consistent with my prayer and with trying to build my relationship with God. And it's not easy. You have to work hard, and you have to, push yourself and remind yourself to keep doing those things. Another huge thing, I think this is my favorite thing, my favorite tip. Speak positive over yourself. This is my number one thing, I think. You have power in your words. It says it in the Bible. There's life and death in our tongue, in our words. The things that you say absolutely matters. I'm going to tell a really quick story that I always tell. So I had middle school, I had a science fair project. I had 2 glasses of rice, cooked rice. One of them I had to speak bad and negative over. So I would say, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're going to die, you're going to rot, you're going to mold, blah. And then the other one, I would say, you're beautiful, you're luscious, you're going to be white and fluffy and delicious. And I did that for about a week. I promise you. This one was moldy and nasty, and this one was perfect. It was fine. And that completely shook me. And I still remember it to this day, and I still tell that story because I'm like, okay, if I talk to rice in a negative way and it turns into mold, what in the world am I doing to myself? So speaking positive over yourself. Stop claiming anxiety. Stop saying that, oh, I have anxiety. I have anxiety disorder. I have depression. Stop claiming it. Stop speaking that over yourself. It's not true. Yes, you do have those feelings. It is valid. You're not crazy. You do feel those things, but don't claim it. That's not who God created you to be. So therefore, that's not who you are, and you can fight against it and say, no, God has not given me a spirit of anxiety, but power, love, and a sound mind. I have the mind of Christ, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And that's what I have to do still to this day, every single day, multiple times throughout the day. I still have to speak those things over myself and speak positive and not say, oh, I'm anxious, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. No, I speak positive, and I speak life over myself. So I really encourage you guys to make that a priority and to do that. And then the last thing is find community. That's something that I didn't really have. I never had a mentor or anyone to really like push me and to help me. I had a few friends and I had my husband now, but that's so important. Like starting out, you're starting to feel like you have anxiety or you're struggling with any situation, with anything you're going through. Find a leader, find someone that you can trust and someone that could keep you accountable and help you with what you're going through, because it's so important. You need someone that can text you and say, hey, how have you been with speaking positive over yourself today? Hey, did you finish that devotional that you said you were going to start? You know, whatever. Find someone, find people. I know that Pastor Aaron loves you and Krista and all of your leaders love you. So find someone that you feel comfortable with and just ask them, hey, can you help me? Like, can you be there for me? Can you be a mentor? Can you be a friend to me? And then also with that, finding good friends, finding people who you can surround yourself with, your same age, whatever, that you can connect with and that you guys can uplift each other and keep each other accountable too. So yeah, those are the things that really help me. One more time, I'm gonna go through what each of them are. You have authority over the enemy. Fight for yourself. Pray. Make your relationship with God everything. Speak positive over yourself. And find community. I promise you, you know, like I said, it's not easy. You have to work hard and you have to be committed and you have to be consistent with all of these things. But I promise you that you will come out in the end a winner. You will overcome anxiety. I did, you know, of course it still tries to jump on me, but now I know how to stop it. Now I know how to say, nope, I'm not going to be anxious. This is not happening. I know how to pray and fight against it and it goes away. And that has never happened before, but now I'm at a place where it does, and you can get there too, and you will get there. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I really hope that this helped somebody. I really hope that it all made sense and that you can take it with you and get better and grow. Like I said, find a leader, find someone that you can connect with. And yeah, so thank you. I love you guys, even though I don't know you, and I hope that I get to come visit soon. But again, you can overcome whatever situation you're going through and apply all these things to whatever, fill in the blank of whatever you're going through. Thank you guys. Love you. Have a fun night.